Hi there. This is Evgenia, and we're covering the last innovation in the space of human brain health. You know what? Every time I'm studying, I start studying to record my video. I'm always thinking maybe I should bring more content. Maybe I should bring more engaging, uh, changing pictures or whatever footage. And you know what? I decided no. You know why? Because um, usually creators use same footage almost from the same platforms, and that's just repeats all over again from one YouTube channel to another, and I think it's kind of boring. Second thing is, you know what, repeat changes in imaging can bring some, ADHD symptoms in your behavior in your brain. So, and I really care about your brain health, so we're avoiding it. We're keeping our format really simple and really informative. Why patterns? Why I'm not covering, articles, blog posts, whatever, celebrities' opinions. Well, the thing is, to post something to apply for patent application, there's a huge, protocol exists. There is a organization that actually controls, the quality and, um, you know, just to be sure that it's truly innovative and it's truly new to the industry. Without it, it can be published, it can get patent, right? So when we're discovering, when we're talking about patent, we definitely can be sure that that's something absolutely, unique into the industry. And it's good to know. It's good to know names. It's good to know companies' names. It's good to know people's names, inventors, and what actually been done. So I hope this information really helpful for you, and it will take, I promised it will take really, from 2 5 minutes, and that's it. I think it's good to know what's going on there, what's new in the industry. So the first innovation that really grabbed my attention is actually, it's a specific device that can be placed in your nose, not exactly in your nose, but in the hole in the bone, place that you people can feel. And the thing is, this device will constantly deliver the drug to your brain. I think the whole idea of it is very interesting and fascinating, because so many things, I mean, we all know that deliver anything to the brain, it's the whole story, and it's very difficult. It's very hard because there are so many barriers exist. It's very hard to put, deliver drug to your brain. There's only specific molecules that can be delivered, and it's very hard, to treat specific, diseases, brain related diseases. And the whole idea that this implant can be put and you can forget about it, right? And it will constantly deliver it to your brain, because the whole idea, the molecules that goes through the nose, it's a different type of compounds. Okay, and they can be, they can activate and they can be delivered more easily. I think the whole idea, again, the company called Lyra Therapeutics Incorporation, I think the whole idea is very fascinating. I never heard about it before, and I never saw such a thing before. And I think it's good to know. So the next, let me change a little bit format. The next applicant is actually Cleveland Clinic Foundation, and they applied, for patent for their device. It's a deep brain stimulation. Why actually we see so many, why would we see so many, brain stimulation devices? It feels like brain stimulation device after brain stimulation, so many of them. What does it mean? So the thing is, they dedicated to a specific task. This particular one dedicated to motor movement disorders. It's not just about specific type of specific regions on your brain. It's involved a lot of programming. The whole idea how device gathers information, gathers data, interprets it. It's a absolutely new story. That's why there are so many devices exist, because every single of them can be used only for a specific task. Okay, and it work with only specific data. So this particular device is catered to movements of movement disorders, and it gathers information that related to movement disorders, and it's connected to the skull. It's electrodes, and they, of course, they can be placed in only specific place in skull, and they meant to provide different results. So we see different type of stimulations, because the application, as I said, can be different, and they actually influence the brain in a different ways. So different results. And that's very always good to know, and good to see new approaches and new electrodes, new devices, new interpretational things, new perspectives on the subject matter. So very fascinating and interesting. Let's move forward to the next one. It's very specific. It's a lipids. It's a lipids that able to deliver drugs to your brain. Not specifically, as I said, every single innovation targeted not just specific area of the brain, specific diseases, but this one is is actually targeting specific cells, right? So this particular transport, we can call it transport, because the whole idea of it's not a drug. No. What does it mean, transport? Transport means that it's specifically developed particle that can hold active substances and deliver to specific regions. It's a broad subject matter, very fascinating and interesting. And this one, brand new. And this brand new application claims from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. So this particular application is able to deliver drugs to neuroglia, to specific cells, targeting specific cells in the brain. It's not microglia, it's neuroglia. So it's a specific neurons, a specific part of the specific cells in your brain. And so it's more targeted, delivery, transport. Very fascinating and interesting. I was thinking to read the names, but I guess you can see. Let me change the format. You will be able to see the names of the inventors. And also, I don't want to pronounce all of them because I'm sure I will make some, mistake with pronunciation. You can see the authors. And I think, so if you're interested in this particular subject matter, you always can go online and research more. Okay, so the next one, again, deep brain stimulation. And you know what? And that's actually implant. It's actually implant that goes directly to your brain. Oh my God, the whole idea that this can be hold and, continuously hold during. And they target specific psychiatric disorders and blood pressure disorders. Interesting. The next innovation dedicated to major depression. And you know what? It works during the sleep. Meaning that the whole system they develop, it controls the way the patient sleeps and provides stimulation only in a specific time period, specific, moments that can be defined as something connected to the disease. Well, developed by the University of Bern University. Um, interesting that interesting for me in this subject matter, right, is that they trying to provide solution. They trying to provide some sort of um, stimulation pill, not during the whole period of time of sleeping, only during specific periods that some changes, some major changes, for example, a person can see nightmare, or there's significant, um, not healthy um, activities in the brain, and they provide only targeted solution only during those particular changes in the brain activities. Well, we can believe that the targeted solutions always better, and they can provide better results. So they're not providing stimulation they're not trying to intervene in the brain activities during all period of time of sleep. They actually control the situation and intervene the healthy, happy sleep only when the system sees actually the changes. We'll see. It's very interesting, but I didn't actually find any, result, clinical studies or anything related to it. Hopefully, it will be their next step. And the last patent application that really grabbed my attention is actually dedicated to behavior patterns, connection of brain activities and the behavioral patterns. You probably know that I'm a big fan of cognitive behavioral therapy. I believe that it provides really great results for people with specific symptoms. And the whole idea that those innovators from omniscient neurotechnology, they develop actual system that connects brain mapping and behavior and differentiate and provide some determines those not healthy things, and intervenes, basically providing some solutions in case of the not healthy changes, not healthy behavior. Well, the whole idea, let's put it this way, I think the whole idea of the mapping, brain mapping and behavioral patterns, and the whole idea of getting information about it and connecting those things, I think it's already very fascinating and interesting. For more details, you can always take a look at their profile, at the applicant's profile, at the profile of the patent applications, and the profiles of the inventors, Michael and Stefan. I wish them luck. I think it's very interesting. That is it. Super short and simple. Hope to see you next time. Bye.